Our next speaker, there she is over there, Lindsay Adler. She's a fashion photographer. Yay! And her work's been in dozens of major fashion photography publications. She's authored 3 books. She's teaching, and you can find her pretty much every photo convention. She's a busy girl. So welcome, Lindsay Adler.
Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. Okay, so how many people feel like their clients think that they're miracle workers? Okay? They want you to make them look skinnier and younger, and they want you to take a completely hideous location, make it look beautiful, and not only that, they want you to take terrible light and make it look perfect. And so what I'm going to talk about real quick is shooting in shitty light, because guess what? We all have to do it. What we are as, you're clapping, what we are as photographers are problem solvers. And so if someone comes to us and they say, okay, I need you to capture this relationship between 2 people. That's a problem you're solving. For me, as a fashion photographer, someone says, you know what? I have a brand that I need you to represent for me. So one of the things I can give you as a tip, just flat out to make your pictures better, is to avoid bad light altogether. Here's the problem. When I was first working, I wanted any job I could possibly get, and if somebody told me that I needed to shoot at high noon, I would. But you need to educate your clients. You are the expert, you're the boss, not them. So for example, if they say, I'm free at high noon to shoot in the middle of a field on Saturday, you say, you know what, let's shoot in the evening with beautiful light. And what you need to do is shoot the type of work you'd like to be hired for. So what I do is I shoot beautiful props and beautiful clothing and at a beautiful time of day. So when my client says, I want that image, I say, perfect, let me tell you how to get it. Here's when we have to shoot it and here's what we have to do. That being said, I know that crappy light happens. Sometimes you don't have control, and particularly for me, when I was first trying to start my business, I didn't have control. I really would take any job someone would send my way, but guess what it comes down to? You have to give them solutions. So first thing I will tell you as well is equipment doesn't solve the bad situation. But what I do is I learn that equipment as tools, and then I completely forget about it, which is great. So I'm not thinking about the equipment, I'm just making it happen. So I am a very down to business kind of girl. I like teaching, I like getting to the point. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover real quick, try to overwhelm the crap out of you guys, how to conquer these challenging crappy lighting situations. Ready? Go. Okay, number 1, on a drab overcast day, all light is not created equal. The picture over there, okay, it's terrible. Turn her around and lift her chin up, and that's what it looks like. Sometimes it's just paying attention to what's around you. Or how about this? What's bad about an overcast day are the highlights on the nose and the forehead and the shadows in the eyes. Well, put them under an overhang or take a piece of foam core and put it over their head. Problem solved. Okay, the next really difficult type of light is direct sunlight. My tip to you is run away. Put them in the shade, run away to wherever you can get them out of direct sunlight. There's not really a way to salvage it. And so if you look at the picture here, it's glowing and it's beautiful. But I know that there are times when you can't get out of direct sunlight, like the wedding at high noon, that you have to shoot it. There's nothing you can do. So one of the things that I like to do is just put the sun at the back of their head. At least they're not squinting. At least it's not miserable light. It might not be beautiful, but it's better. Okay, you want to get a little bit more advanced, improve the light, you can pull out your diffusers and your reflectors. But for me, look how much easier it would be than having to have a diffuser over top and a reflector if I just told them, hey, high noon's not a good time to shoot. It works. All right, you've all encountered this. You go to the wedding. Everybody else has their cameras and flashes, and the priest said, oh, by the way, no flash photography. It happens to all of us. So what you need to do is shoot fast lenses, high ISOs, and have a stabilized lens. There are solutions to that. Okay, fluorescent light. You're photographing somebody's volleyball game in the gymnasium or something horrible like that. There are solutions. You set your white balance, and then you gel your flash appropriately. So this is meant to overwhelm you on purpose. We'll get to this point in the end. Okay, the next one, mixed color temperatures. There's tungsten and there's daylight. Get rid of one of them. Turn off a light. Move somebody closer to a window. Sometimes you can't do that, so then you have to gel your flash. Notice what the kind of solution here is. All of this is generally avoidable if you educate your clients. So as you hear these things, you have to know the solutions. You don't have to know how to deal with the mixed color temperatures and the fluorescent light, but it can be avoidable. All right, how about that reception where there is no light? It is miserable. So you need to use a flash. The biggest tip is find something to bounce it off of. A ceiling, a wall, the guy's white shirt next to you, doesn't really matter. It makes it much softer. Another thing to do is bounce it. Okay, so besides bounce it, look here. It is red walls. If you bounce that flash off the wall, it's going to be a red person. So you're going to take the flash off camera, add modifiers to it. What it comes down to is all that stuff is really, really overwhelming. There's a ton of it. If you try to figure it out on the day of somebody's wedding, their reception, when it counts, you're ruining that special day for them. So practice makes perfect. Experiment and fail when it's not somebody's special day.
Awesome.
Thank you.